gonna toast to a nice old episode 8. How y'all feeling out there? Welcome to the Bigger Play, where the rubber meets the road, and we get straight to it. We're gonna get straight to it today. Y'all ready? Let's go there. You know I bring you a session about paying attention every step of the way. I'm gonna need you to pay attention. Real quick.
Your coworkers are smashing. Anywhere where men and women work together, they smashing. Every day you go to work, look around and realize that your coworkers are hooking up on the low. No lie. If you work in retail, your coworkers are smashing. If you work in the medical field, your coworkers are smashing. If you work in the restaurant industry, your coworkers are smashing. If you work in an office building, your coworkers are smashing. Your husband got a work wife. I don't know if they smash yet, but they definitely go to lunch every day. Your wife got a work husband. I don't know if they smash yet, but they go to lunch every day. No cap.
Riddle me this. You at your job. There's a lot of flirting going on. You don't know what's going on for the duration of that time. People try to be professional. They try to be, well, I ain't doing this. I'm working at my job. They got ethics. However, we watching this young thug case, right? Now they put the DA, Fannie Willis, the ADA, got Fannie Willis on the stand as a witness. It's coming out she romantically involved with a coworker. Talk to me about that. Talk to me about that real quick right now. Let me hear you. Because it looks as though we professional. But in reality, we over there doing some things, figuring out how to make it happen. And a lot of people become intimate and become in a relationship from the job. This is a fact. So you want to pay attention to that. Now, if a person ain't gave you no reason not to trust them, but however, be a lot of things going on behind the scenes because you're spending a lot of majority of your time with this individual. What is they over there doing? Is you paying attention to that? Yeah, your coworkers over there side-eyeing each other. Once one person had hit me up before and was like, man, I made a mistake. And, well, I ain't gonna say it was a mistake. He spoke to somebody, but I guess he made her feel away. So, in turn, he was like, she started speaking to him on the regular. They got to getting down at the job. I said, whoa, and he was feeling the way. Now, they was doing good. But once they got on the outs, she went and disclosed that to the supervisor. And guess what happened? Fraternizing at the job. We can't have it. You guys are not being professional. Up out of there. Ain't nothing but a gangster party. Up out of there. Yeah, but it went like that. So you really want to really pay attention to, and hashtag pay attention while you at Bigger Play, yeah. And you really want to be able to pay attention to those type of things. Otherwise, you'll be left in the dark. But if you want to have your eyes open, yeah, your eyes, that might be a different story. Something to think about. That's something to think about right there. That's something to think about right there. Very, 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 very important. Believe that. Yeah, we just getting warmed up. So we just getting warmed up with y'all, and I want y'all to hashtag pay attention to that right there. It's gonna be a good thing. Now we on to that next segment of the show. Y'all already know which one my favorite is. I got a few favorites. All of my favorites, but this one of the ones. She said it, I didn't. Yes, sir. Y'all already know where I'm going. Let's listen to the young lady speak. Come on, young lady.
Wives, I got a quick little word for you. Listen, for every woman that goes in my comments and says, well, you can talk to your man like that because he's a God-fearing man. Well, you can talk to your man like that because he do all the things that he's supposed to do. And guess why? It's because I spoke it into him. So even if you are married to someone who isn't at his full potential, he is not, maybe not even working towards it, I want to let you know that there is power, there is life and death in your tongue. So you can either continue to speak in a way that keeps him at where he's at, or you can speak life into him so that he can walk into where you know he can walk into, okay? So saying words like man of God, approaching him by saying Big Daddy, boosting his ego a little bit, reminding him that he's not only the head of your household, but he's your man and you are honored that he is so. Watch how you speak to him and see what happens.
She said it, I didn't. Very, very, very important. Right? Your man at work, content, balance, and just chill, making about $4,000 a month. He coming to the house, bills paid, but it's tight because he living a little bit, above the means because he's trying to make sure you straight. He want to make sure the kids got a room if he got kids, whatever. And you nagging, you upset. You want this purse, you want this thing here, you want this thing here, and you nagging him. And he feeling like, man, I'm doing everything in my power to make her happy, but man, it ain't good enough. So it's friction there because you see some things you want. You want some things. He ain't bringing enough money in. You overwhelmed because you at the house taking care of the kids all day, irritated, or you don't got kids, you want a different type of lifestyle, you not working right now, or you is working, whatever the situation may be, but he content he had 4,000, right? But you nagging, it ain't enough, he doing things, you ain't happy. So you put that energy on him. That creates a tension back and forth to where now y'all going tit for tat. He feel unappreciated, you irritated, and that's the energy in the house. Got a man over there, he making $3,000 a month. He coming home and his lady got dinner cooked, got the house clean, got a nice little vibe going in the house. And she care about the man to a point where all she do is speak positive energy over his life, regardless of how tight the bills is, regardless of how much money he ain't making. And he feeling that from her, so he say, man, this lady is just phenomenal. Never seen nothing like it. I'm gonna pick up a second job. I'm gonna go back to school. I'm gonna pick up a trade. I'm gonna start a business. Because she's speaking that greatness and that positivity into him, he gonna take that and pour back into her because she's uplifting him real easy. It ain't complicated. The nagging, it happens every day, all day. It ain't enough. You buy a $2,000 bracelet, she wanted the $5,000 bracelet. You buy a $400 purse, she wanted the $8,000 purse. You take her on this trip, she wanted to go to Greece. Then you get that, it's gonna be something else. She said it, I didn't. That young lady spoke power over the man. And that's something that we really, really, really have to listen to when them ladies speak like that. That's speaking power, okay? Ain't no nagging, ain't no having 2,000 or 3,000 arguments and you just ain't wrong in that one of them. No. Be positive. Speak life. Speak good energy. That man gonna come home, and even if he content and balanced, something gonna trigger in his mind because there's specialness coming from you. Now, when you give him that yibbity yabbity, that nagging, that's gonna trigger something in him to reciprocate that energy, even though he might not be trying to reciprocate that energy. That's how deep that is. But in turn, you gonna turn around, tell this man, hey, you my knight, you my king, you the one. You speak that to that man and watch how things change for y'all. Watch how y'all grow. Not necessarily through trial and tribulation and negativity, but through trial and tribulation and positive reinforcements. Encouraging your man, supporting your man, letting your man know the little bit he do is enough for you to appreciate him to a point where he feel overwhelmed with joy, to be like overwhelmed with conviction, to be like, I want to get this lady the world. That's how you get the world. It ain't that hard. She just exactly told you how you get the world. That's what she did. She exactly just told you how to get the world. By speaking positive life over that man. And in turn, you speaking that into your relationship. That man finna come home tomorrow, flowers, maybe a nice little card, few words up in there. Man gonna come home, tell you, baby, text you, today you ain't gotta cook. Taking you to Ruth Chris, I'm taking you to dinner. Today you ain't gotta cook, I'm gonna bring us home some pizza from one of y'all favorite pizza spots. We just gonna, that's what positivity gets you. Right now, it's a lot of conversation. He make this, he don't make this. Money talk, money this, money. It's a whole lot of conversation out there about this $100,000 talk. If he don't make less than 80,000, I can't. You gotta be. No, you chose him. Work with him, support him, speak that positive energy, and watch how the energy in your relationship flourish. It rises. All it and it ain't that hard. It ain't that hard. You can put out a negative energy out here in life, and things can happen. You can put out a positive energy in life, and positivity happens. These is facts. Ain't no refuting it. These are all 100% facts. And that's what we have to do. Encourage each other. Now, and she said that. I'm just listening to what she said. Listening and learning. And sitting here to bring it to you on my perspective basis. Coming to you and telling you when they coming with them physics. Hence, that leads me over into my next segment, people. And y'all know what that segment is. Yeah, you guessed it. Facts or fiction? Now let's listen to this young lady and see if she's speaking facts or fiction.
We like to be the one that got done wrong.
Why don't women inherently go with the guy that's best for them?
To keep it very simple, historically, we have been programmed to conform to being a victim. Women, we like to be the one that got done wrong. This is why we struggle with accountability. So the answer to what you're saying is most women chase bad boys because being with a bad boy allows you to end up being a victim at some point or another.
Why do they want to be victims?
It is programmed in us that poor me is some type of flex as a woman and as a mother. You can see it in conversations like when I said what happened in my Zoom, where the majority of the women right off bat, I knew. And being a single mother, being a woman, poor woman left with children to raise on her own. That is something that they get to flex off of. They believe it is a flex. That's why when I say it produces the worst product, the comeback is, well, he did it to me. You're not gonna get no award for that, and your child gonna be a statistic. So what are we talking?
Is that a fact or fiction? Are you playing victim to just manipulate it and turn it back around? Are you? Are you taking accountability? You want the guy to, I'm a bad boy, and you know I got access to women, and you know this, whether I'm lying or not, whether I tell you the truth or not, you know this for a fact, because you see how you feel about me. Now I get access to a young lady over here. Boom. And you know this. You know who I am, you know how I'm moving. I got this different access to different machines. I got different places to rest my head at. Got a few little dollars. I'm a little rough around the edges. I might have been incarcerated. Okay. Now I'm just lightweight and I'm moving around and you find out some girl tell you, well, he was over there with her. And you come and you want to flip the script on me and yell and argue at me as if you ain't know how I was moving. Whether I tell you the truth or not, whether I lie or not. You act as if you ain't know how I'm moving. But now, turn it around and say, you know you ain't right. You did me wrong, but you in a kind of aggressive manner and almost violent. You know, y'all know how it go. You calling the man out of name, everything. Is that the script that's been flipped, or are you genuine in that? I know for a fact that she's speaking fact, but everybody has a different perspective when it comes to this, especially men and women on the opposite sides. Why would you want to sit over there and be with the guy when you know, you can feel it? You feel it in your heart that you know, I don't know about Buddy. I don't know about Buddy. It's something you feel, but you do your feelings like this. Get over there. I'm a disregard that because I'm doing what I want to do. Now in turn to turn around and your feelings get hurt. Boom, I'm the victim. Why you do me like that? Then you will say that you forgave me, but when we argue, you bring it back up. Y'all know it's a wicked game out there. Y'all know what type of games that be getting played out there. Y'all know that for a fact. Y'all know them games that y'all be playing. Y'all know for a fact them games y'all be playing. Fact or fiction. And you get a chance to, see, when you flip the script on me, I hurt you, you don't let it go, you dangle it over my head, you know for a fact now ain't no accountability. You can dodge and hide and say, no accountability, we over here. You can dodge and move around and hide and, hey, it's over. You know for a fact that's the truth. So, fact or fiction, flipping the script. Everybody throwing them words around. Y'all know them famous words they throwing around. Manipulation, misogynistic, narcissism. It's a lot of yapping, a lot of talk about that. But at a time, I remember when the women was more pure in the sense of, I ain't trying to be the man. I ain't trying to be aggressive. I'm trying to be feminine, fit, friendly, communicative, cooperative, and all that. She trying to do that. Now it's more of a yang and a yang. You know the man got access, but you mad when he upset when he take advantage of those options and that access. So you'll say something like, man, you ain't keep it. You know who I am. Trying not to hurt you. We got good vibes. Boom. Then the script been flipped. Hang it over your head and they creeping. They at the job creeping with the coworker. See how all that just tied together? They at the job creeping with the coworker, knowing for a fact that they ain't right, but they gonna flip the script because you ain't catch them. They real sneaky and slick with theirs and you ain't catch them. So they gonna make it like it's all about you. Fact or fiction? And she said that. I did. Y'all ready? Yeah. Nah, excuse me. This is the segment where we going, what we call it, make it make sense. SENSE. But guess what? Follow me. We're going to do make it make sense. /sense. CENTS. Yeah. Follow me. We going now. See if you can follow me. You ready? All right.
Is savings for poor people because rich people don't save, we invest. So there are several words that I'm going to teach you right now. We don't save, we invest, right? That's what wealthy people do. What else do? We don't budget, we forecast, which means we intentionally spend money for tax deductions and tax strategies, right? We don't retire, we have freedom days. That's at any age, any time. How much money do you want? So your vocabulary of money has got to change. So I need you out reading my books, deep into my work, on my YouTube channel, out here on Instagram, learning money. So why savings for poor people? Because rich people just don't do it, right? What is savings anyway? It's a big lump of money you're saving for what? There's no definition to it. Savings by itself does nothing. Investing has an intentional trajectory. It has a rate of return. It has, a debt attached to it. It's an equity investment. There's some structure to it. What's savings? Just putting a lump of money together so you feel good. We're able to store a bunch of cash. Not a good strategy, not what wealthy people do.
That's something to toast too. Yeah. So this, my people, is how we're going to teach you how to make it make sense, right? Saving is an amazing thing. But how this young lady just said it, she said it, I didn't. She's saying, okay, just imagine, follow me. You take $1,000, right? You put it in the bank, savings account. It's not a high-end yield account. Low interest, low yield, safe. Your money over there. After 1 year on $1,000, you might make $10. However, you take that same $1,000, you go with it's a few ways you can do it, but you take that same $1,000 and you go open up index fund. You start small, right? And it could be low yield. However, because it's an investment, it's going to give you much better rate of return than the 1% that the bank giving you. You might even be able to get 5 to 7%. Okay? Now, that $1,000 can possibly turn into $1,500 to $2,000 safely. And that's a rate of return over time, over the course of that year. However, follow me. You allow that to sit. Your principal still there. Your principal initial investor still there. That 1,000 still there. Everything else you gained on that 1,000 is what? Profit. So it's allowing your money to go up. And we talking low numbers just to give you a rough draft and an example of how it can be. Think about this. The more money, the more rate of return. The more time that compound interest kick in. Whew. It's serious. You save up 50,000. My. Index fund, single premium, immediate annuities. It's a lot of different ways. That's one of the most important ones, or one of the most strategic and one of the most greatest yielding investments. Some long-term annuities. You take 50,000, you put it over there. You get a 3% increase every year, compounding. That's 50,000. What you gonna spend at your job, you probably make 40, 50. Okay? Over the course of several years, man, it could generate a passive income if you so choose to take it out, and you never lose your initial 50,000. You could do that with 100,000, 200, on, up. These things been structured so long ago. And because poor people are not taught certain things, it takes time to learn these things and put yourself around people that's going to be willing to share information, because a lot of people hide their homework. My buddy taught me about to hide your homework. I'm over here hiding my homework and I'm getting all D's. Damn. People just got it twisted because they don't understand. This young lady is sharing information with us that's golden. You saving, you putting your money in a shoebox, and you can look over there and say, yeah, it's better to have 30 grand in the shoebox and not have a Benz outside, as opposed to having a Benz outside and you can't even pay the car note and you don't even got the shoebox money. However, the 30,000 can be much more greater, not sitting there, and the value of that dollar is not growing. You could take that 30, invest it. You can have your little cushion. You ain't gonna really need no big cushion in life. You never really need no big cushion unless you got big money with big problems. Little cushion come with little money, little problems. You could take a third of that money and invest it. And I mean, there's different ways to invest. It's a lot of different ways to invest, depending on what you're doing, what you're into, what you spend your money on. Absolutely, you don't say that. It's saving itself by you putting it in an investment, and it's growing to the mountaintop. Yeah, that's how you make your money make sense. Yeah, that's a cold lick right there. Make it make sense. It's gonna make sense this way. It's gonna make sense that way. At one point, it's gonna make sense up here, and then another point, it's gonna make sense like this. That's some good sense. Yeah. Index funds, annuities, yeah. Stock market, if you put enough, they got some high end yield savings accounts out there. Not too big, but safe. Get you a nice portfolio, Yeah. We're gonna inform you, and we're gonna make it make sense. You hear me? All right. Just rock with me today. It's a chill vibe. It's the A show. I'm ecstatic. I don't want to be all over the place, but I am very, very happy to be releasing another episode today. And I really, really, really want to appreciate you, for tapping in. Okay? Now we on to that next segment. And that next segment, I need to know something. Y'all know what we need to know, don't we? I need to know what we doing. What we doing? Let's see what we doing.
Ladies, yesterday was the men's day. You're not off the hook today. It's y'all day. You know why? Y'all out here walking half naked, and I'm sick of scrolling on Instagram because it's the new thing. And I get it. The women want to show their bodies. They beautiful bodies. They get plastic surgery. Some women are naturally built with a beautiful body. But you lose the value of yourself when you go outside half naked and you let the world see what's supposed to be sacred for your husband at home. When your husband come home, what does he have to come home to that's valuable and sacred if the world knows what he got at home? What she look like underneath, inside, and actually outside. You take away class from yourself when you do that. And I don't care how educated you are. And I don't care how much big words you use. And I don't care how much you say you're this type of woman and you describe your character as classy. But when you walk outside half naked, you lose value to yourself and you don't even know it. There's no class in being naked. There's no class in being naked. When Adam and Eve ate from the tree that they weren't supposed to eat from, and God allowed them to see that they were naked, they were embarrassed. Open your eyes.
It's a lot of she said it I didn't going on today. This is what it is. This is what we covering. What we doing, ladies? Is we putting the clothes on, or we gonna keep them off? Cause that OnlyFans. Whew. Yeah, we getting into it now. That OnlyFans is turned up. It's turned up over there. What we doing? She's speaking on that significant other. What we doing? Is we putting the clothes on, or is we keeping the clothes off? Somebody got to talk to me right now. Because that young lady said that. She said you devalue yourself. She said when Adam and Eve, they was embarrassed. A lot of people going to say, well, Bigger Play, you the one over there subscribing to the OF? No, I ain't. No, I ain't. You better not lie on me. No. But I did see one. I said, Jesus, I got this. Now, let me quit. Look, they'll say, well, the guys is what's keeping. We're a visual creature. You have to take your own accountability. What we doing? Because the guys gonna go after. We visual. Animalistic behavior. Huh? We want it. We see you. You're beautiful. You take the blindfold off. Hey, you take the blindfold off. When you put up a nice suit on and you dress up and you got that body covered, that's really your blindfold. You take the blindfold off when you drop that, you did. When you drop them clothes off, you take the blindfold off the man. And now you put him in tune with his intimate thoughts, with his lustful thoughts. Yeah, you change that prerogative. You ain't giving him no choice because naturally, he's attracted to beauty. That's a natural thing. Yeah, he's attracted. And you very attractive. But here it is, you coming up out of it. You coming up out of it and you making noises while you're doing it. And you're walking while you're doing it with that heel, with that arch. You know what you be doing, lady. You know what you be doing. And then you're going to get upset with the man for coming at you saying, whoa, is tonight the night? She said it. Tonight is tonight that you make me your woman. You said you'll be gentle with me. And I hope I'm nervous and I'm trembling, waiting for you. But I just can't keep still. Ooh. See that? That just jumped in me. Now y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Now is you gonna hold yourself accountable? What we doing? Fellas, you know it's gonna be hard to fight your natural inclination, but it's called discipline. That's where you become a man, fellas. When you see that woman, you don't be disrespectful. However, you know that it's a level of temptation there, and you woo-saw. I'm good. I see you. I'm good. You don't compromise your integrity. You ain't perfect. So you might make a slip because you saw that lustful thoughts. You being enticed. It's a lot that go around this. You being enticed. Lustful thoughts. It jumped in your mind because that vision jumped up out of there. But you check yourself. I'm disciplined. I'm balanced. And you feed your mind strong things. You feed your mind a different version of the woman. You feed your mind. I know it's difficult because we scrolling and it's there, fellas. I know. But you don't feed your mind that. You gonna get past it. Boom. You go look at something that's gonna strengthen your mind. That's gonna educate your mind. Hell, come on over here to Bigger Play. Because I'm gonna educate you. Yeah. You strengthen your mind. You educate your mind. Right? So you got a barrier up, you got a wall up that's saying, I want to see it in this way. Now the algorithm in your mind change. So when you see certain things, you like, okay, I get it. All right. You keep it moving. You're disciplined, focused, tunnel vision, straight. You hear me? So you don't become compromised. It's a hard thing because temptation is real and the flesh is weak. So they say. You could put that arm on. So when they get to poking at you, temptation. It can't penetrate your arm. It's gonna ding it. Bing, bing. Can't penetrate. Can't penetrate you. It can't penetrate you. You walking. Good. And this gonna happen too. They're gonna see that walk. They're gonna see that charge. They're gonna see that charge that you have. Because God put a charge on all of us, whether you believe it or not. I'm going to digress from that. But they see that walk. They see it. That's going to make them really get at you. Man, who is him walking around like he don't see me and I got all this bing, pow, boom, bing. Who he think he is? I'm the one. Think he going to turn around and not recognized, pressure gonna come. But if you walk upright, it's called dominion. You walking upright. I'm good. I see you. I see you, boo. I'm good though. What's stopping that? What's touching that? Armor can't be penetrated. That's a fact. Okay? So you can up yours. But she put the ladies on notice because she kept it real, and she right. You scrolling down that time, we see you. What we thinking? Man, I want to. The BBLs that took off. Breast augmentations is all this type of. Man, we got eyes, we see it. And you gonna take your clothes off? That's gonna be a hard one. That's gonna be a hard wiggle to get up out of right there. Now that's gonna be a hard wiggle. But regardless of the temptation, regardless of the frustration, guess what you're gonna have to do? Huh? Y'all know what y'all gonna have to do. What we doing? Hashtag it. You're gonna have to keep going. Yeah. Yeah. We ending it out. Y'all know we gotta end it out because they always try to stop you. What a very informational segment today. The whole installment. I like them segments. And we're gonna bring you another one tomorrow. We're gonna need you to keep going. Hashtag keep going. And we got somebody right here that's gonna tell you about it. Who is that? Mendiza? Let's go, Ben.
I'm here because Jackie Chan, a talent that came to Hollywood and didn't make it the first time and had to go back home and master his craft further and returned again and then became the first international movie star. I mean it with all my heart and I mean it with so much pride. Jackie Chan, the world is a better place because of you.
Come on, man. They knocked you down, and you had the nerve to get your back up. They knocked you down, and you had the nerve to get back up. They told you no. You had the nerve to keep going. You got to hear me. I done seen the door closed on me. I seen the door closed on my homies. I seen the door closed on people in general. People would choose to give up. They'll encourage you to give up. Man, you know what, man? Did everything in your power. They asked you, you filled out for the job, they asked you, man, you ain't got no high school diploma. You go do your research, get your GED. You ain't complete college. You go, we need you to have so many credits in college in order to, okay, we got you complete this program. Boom. You going to either get those credits or obtain whatever degree that you need to obtain them. Well, you got a expungement on your record, even though they don't supposed to be able to see it, they figure out a way. Well, you got your record was expunged, you got a background, you did everything in your power. Mind you, that may have been 10, 15, 20 years ago. You did everything in your power to try to change, and then it may be to no fault of your own. Somebody may have used your name. Whatever the case may be, you did everything in your power to change that. Did what you're supposed to do legally. You met everything that you were supposed to meet to satisfy that particular situation. Boom. You do several different things. You stay committed. You're not getting in no trouble. Stand-up citizen. You're not late on taxes. Child support payments paid. And then you go and they tell you, I'm sorry, sir, we found a better candidate. Man, that'll knock the wind out of anybody. That'll knock the wind out of anybody. But you had the nerve to say, you know what? I'm thankful. I'm here. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to pick myself up and I'm going to keep going. It's hard. Don't get me wrong. It's hard. But if you can look at somebody like that young man that's giving credit to that other young man to say, man, they said no. You fought for it, kept going until it happened. You got to keep going. I'm going to push this every day. We need to be encouraged. You need to be motivated. Man, you can't get that house. You can't have it. You take your time. Reevaluate. Okay? Restructure. Speak positivity. Do positive things. Get that credit in order. Take your time to write them letters. Take your time to pay them bills. Take your time to fix that situation. Boom. Get that down payment. Reach out to the grant programs. You understand? Reach out to the home buyer programs. You keep on going. Before you know it, you in that house. People want it right away. It ain't gonna happen right away. That's why you gotta keep going. It ain't happening overnight. But the mind, that can happen overnight. You change him and you wake up with a different attitude. Man, they closed that door on me, I'm gone. Yeah, they closed that door on me, but I'm gone. I ain't gonna stop right there. I gotta keep going. I ain't got no choice. Stopping ain't an option. If I stop, then what I got? Don't nothing happen. Stopping ain't an option. And I ain't giving up for nobody. Not just because they closed the door on me, I'm going to keep going. And before you know it, it's going to be a blessing that's right there for you. And you're going to be able to come explain that story to the next person over there so you can encourage them and you can motivate them. And then they can make a commitment just like you. They can be knocked out and they get back up. Now they can tell that story to the next. Now we got a bunch of people standing tall. Look at that army. Got a bunch of armor that they throwing darts at. Can't be penetrated. It's going to wound you. You're going to get hit. It's going to have some dents. But it ain't going to bend, break, or fold. Do me a favor and keep going. Till next time.
Lying to the public, they ain't got the truth in them. Lights out, gas off, bootless, this city pimping. Blocks on fire cause the homeowners broke as fuck. Taxes up, water bill higher than a Civic truck. It's a bigger play, a bigger play. Death before dishonor is the only